Welcome back to ESA's Summer Online. We are raising money for Alzheimer Fonden. Links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank Kaspersky, Twitch, and Usonic for sponsoring this event. Now it's time for TaymanND with Pokémon Puzzle League. Take it away.
Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Tayman, and I'm excited to be concluding the Pokemon block for ESA. And in a true Pokemon fashion, we're going to be having lots of RNG, arguably more than the actual Pokemon games. So joining me is a member of the community, I Like Being Smart.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be here. This was kind of a last minute join, and it's like, hey, I got home from work in time, so it should be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a great time. Bad speed game, but a really fun time. So it's going to be very cozy. So I want lots of bantering about the Pokemon anime in the chat. So if everyone's ready,
I'm good.
all right, cool. Final thing. We did have the bid war for the Pokemon. So
Yeah,
which Pokemon won?
That is my boy Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur won. All right. Pikachu is 0 for every marathon I've ever run. So, counting
Pikachu
down.
was the third choice. Okay. I must have missed that.
Yeah, Pikachu never gets any love. All right. So, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so do you want to explain the basic strategy that we use for pretty much every stage? Smart?
So the one of the biggest questions you get in this game is, how do you win? And the idea is, particularly with S-Hard, but just in the basics, is you want to get a combo, which is 4 or more blocks in a row, and then get that with a chain. And a chain is just multiple, minimum 3 blocks over and over again. So why we actually want to do a 4 combo, as you can kind of see here on Gary's screen, is because those tiny little blocks will drop to the bottom of the screen as far as they can with the other main blocks. And so for whatever reason, and this took us a long time to figure out too, like back in the day we used to do like races of this game back in when SRL on SRL, and we would do races and had no idea how to even do the strategy. But over the years, we figured out that the computer will focus on the lowest garbage block on the screen. And so it will focus on clearing that particular block. So then when you chain on top of that and see the thicker garbage blocks, that you can see on Brock now, like those thicker garbage blocks will overflow the top of the screen. And when a timer runs out, that we call it stop time, where if you get combos and chains, you get additional time to try to clear blocks and lower your stack. And when that stop timer runs out, that is when you win or lose. So the idea is to very quickly and very skillfully, and the best players can watch the computer at the same time as they're doing their chains, which is mind-blowing to me. I don't even get it. But you drop the chain and you drop the combo block as low as you can, and when it overflows and the stop timer runs out, you win. And then you just do that 16 times, and then the game ends. So I'm actually in the ESA chat, so if you guys have any questions, you can, because Tay needs to pay attention, because like I said, there's a lot of like watching and balancing of when you specifically want to cut your chain. So I'm here. If you have any questions, you can just ask, and I can answer. You know, if there's anything I didn't quite get to, Tay, in the explanation that you want to clarify.
Don't go to second tier. No.
Okay.
No, I think that was pretty good. We'll cover some nuances as they come up. I'm using something called reset strats, where if I don't think I'm gonna win soon, I'll just reset the stage and try again. Right now, Brock is being a little bit of a butt.
Yeah.
I do want to mention
sure.
one strat that I try early on sometimes is Smart mentioned the stop time in this game. And the cursor speed is very fast in S-Hard, but the early on it's not like ridiculously fast. So just like that, I ended up sending my garbage as soon as I saw Brock raise the stack. When you raise the stack, it resets your stop time to the default. And I'm just hoping that they'll waste enough time going trying to clear that bottom block that they'll run out of stop time after that. And that's exactly what happened with Brock. That's like another tool we have that can help us win.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. When you raise your stack or the computer raises their stack, that erases the
Misty was trying to swap in the block with the garbage block. That'll happen sometimes.
Yeah. That's cool. This game, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes crazy stuff will happen like that, and we'll just interrupt because we have to say it right away. So just like if any donations come in, like feel free to poke us about them, but just know that we might freak out about something that just happened.
Sure, no problem.
And it's cool though, because I've been like speed running air quotes this game for years, and still sometimes some of the stuff that happens is just like, wait, what just happened?
No, Surge, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
in the chat about grass type versus water type. The types do not matter in this game. There is no type bonus or type disadvantage. It's really just aesthetics. So we're good. Bulbasaur can go through and own everyone. It's okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go grass on grass, and hopefully that works out.
Yeah, I actually just saw your question, Tempest, as I was answering it. But yes, it's purely cosmetic, which is why we can do donation incentives for character choice.
Yeah, it's really fun. I've been starting... I don't think that's gonna work. But yeah, as Smart mentioned, the skilled players, and I am pretty good, we are actually watching the AI screen as best we can while we're chaining. So I'll be chaining and I'll just glance over and be like, okay, is now a good time? And sometimes I'll like wait until a few sometimes it's a frame decision or close to it of like, am I gonna continue this chain or not?
Yes, and that is like Tay is making it look so easy to do that, but it's just not easy because because of the way this category has developed over the years, where we kind of, I mean, like, I feel kind of nerdy being like, you know, like the history kind of buff of it, but because like I said, we used to race it back in like 2014-ish, like almost every single night. And we had basically no strats, right? So, but over the years, we figured out that this specific combo of garbage blocks, and just to clarify, maybe for people who are newer, garbage blocks are when you make those combos in chains and then send them to the other side of the screen.
No! He had the frickin'...
What? Oh.
That is just
What?
that
That's
is
very
the worst.
lame. That's very lame. But yeah, so it's developed into a very specific formula of how to best beat the computer. And that's part of why reset strats eventually just became a thing, because the strategy just got so specific that once you get all those garbage blocks layered up and like kind of like you just lose the overflow of the garbage blocks to the top of the screen, it can just take minutes and minutes and minutes, and it's like it's so
The best way
frustrating.
that Smart has described it before is hope, 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 nope. Nope, I sent that a little too late. No, Smart is an OG member. I actually did not start running this until like late 2017. I had just been playing Puzzle League since I was 5 years old. When I was 5, I got a Super Nintendo for my birthday with a copy of Tetris Attack, which is the same game. It's all based off of Panel de Pon. So, like, I was probably, like, about this good at chaining, like, when I was 10, to be honest.
What is the world record nowadays? I don't keep too much track of it.
It's still, I mean, I still have the same record. It's still 1535.
Yeah. So as you can see, the estimate is definitely not 15 minutes, and that's just because in a marathon setting, it's just not consistent. You know, it's it like there's just like I love this game so much, and it's hard for me to kind of contain my excitement when I commentate, because it like there's just so many within the concept of having like a strategy to beat the computer as quickly as possible. In addition to what you're doing, what they're doing, there's also like subtle differences in how you can take advantage of the computer. So like just kind of the basic thing I described with, you know, the 4 combos
might
and
work.
sending the lower garbage
That's gonna
blocks.
work.
Is it? Nice. So it's kind of like, so the computer can flatten their stack, and then you get kind of the garbage blocks stuck in between. Or on some of like the very hard, which is 1 tier down from S hard, V hard, or very hard. Sometimes the computer will focus on one specific side, so you can get 3 or 4 rows on the left side and then this big stack on the right. And so when you drop the 4 block at the right time, then it's like this big stack that the other garbage can sit on top of. But because they're focusing on this lower block, like they just get stuck there. So it's so intricate, but it's so subtle too. And I think that's what keeps when you speedrun it, it's not a good speed game, but it is a good speed game. Like
it's a randomizer without being a randomizer.
Yeah.
Man, we had this. We had. You guys think Ocarina of Time randomizer is hot? We had this back in 2000.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it does, kind of the format does look familiar. It is basically a Panel de Pon skin with Pokemon. Like there's just no way of getting around that. They just stuck some Pokemon stuff on Panel de Pon stuff, and you know, if you enjoy this type of game, you know, I hear that my puzzle friends want me to get a Switch, so that way we can do multiplayer for Paddled Upon on Switch. So if you enjoy this type of game and you have a Switch, you know, it's there. Just not Pokemon.
Do we have time for?
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Wonderful. So everyone, your donations go towards Alzheimer Fonden, but your donations also make you eligible for one of our 2 prizes. We have a ViewSonic Elite XG270QG monitor. Those are really high-end gaming monitors that ESA is using for their on-site events. With a minimum donation of $30, you can win one of those, given by our sponsor ViewSonic Elite. And we also have a Nintendo Switch with a minimum donation of $50. You can get that one that was given to us by our sponsor Kaspersky. Those donations are accumulative over the whole marathon. So if you've already donated like $20, it's only another 10 or 30 for each of these prizes. So it's really worth it if you want to try to get your hands on it.
Man, where did you guys get that Switch from? That's impossible.
Well, I don't know where Kaspersky got it from. You have to ask those guys. We got it from Kaspersky. I don't know where they get it from.
Oh yeah, we also called Tracy Trollsy, and he's the worst.
Yeah.
He's actually where the AI cursor speed starts getting pretty ramped up. This is the point at which I would not... I mentioned doing that kind of stop time kill where I send the garbage right after raising their stack. Once you get to Tracy, it's not viable. You have to go for just the traditional quick kill setup. But because the cursor speed is so much better, the AI will chain a lot more in the second half of the run and make that setup a lot easier for us.
Yeah, so they're really, like, Tracy kind of is the turning point in the run of, like, kind of doing, I can't remember the term, like, but the term where you don't have any more, there's no more clears. You just, what's it?
Oh, like crush kill?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. So, like, the crush kill kind of thing is it kind of, I don't know, I haven't, like, is it more common in the second half, crush kills, or just...
I'd say the quick kill is maybe like the 2-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
The crush kill, for those wondering, that's when... So when we get the quick kill, the AI theoretically could have done other moves. They're just, like, kind of programmed to not see it. The crush kill is when they just literally don't have other moves.
Yeah.
That's a 20-second Geo.
Nice. Giovanni has always been my nemesis. I don't know why. I just... Like, Tracy's bad, but for whatever reason, I can have a good run and get to Giovanni and just it bites. So...
Yeah, everyone has their demon in this game, their run killer.
Yeah. And another kind of subtle thing you might notice Tayman doing as well is kind of slowing down the speed of the chain depending on where the computer is, which is this really like this balancing act of like slowing down your chain enough so you can see what the computer's doing, but also being able to find additional clears in order to keep it going so that way you can drop it on the computer. And it's just this like, it's this delicate balance that when it's done really well with certain quick kills, when it's done well, it's just so beautiful to watch if you know what you're looking for.
What the heck? Did I barely send anything to Lorelei? This is ridiculous. This is okay. Yeah, we're gonna try that again.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Oh, we got Cloyster. Cloyster just has the best voice in this game. Like, just listen for it.
Cloister's pretty good, sound-wise.
Dude, some say it's not a valid run unless you get Cloyster. Lorelei, why would you level off the stack like that?
So, this is... I don't mean to, like point it out directly, Tay, but this is a lot of... Pokemon Puzzle League speedrunning is a lot of open vocalizing about how frustrating the AI is. Like,
Yes, if anyone ends up tuning into my streams of this, you will think that I just hate the game. And I love the game, but it's just so bad sometimes.
It's so true. It's just... it's so true.
Like, sometimes the AI will have, like 7 blocks left, and they'll somehow have clears with it. Like, I think once I had Koga with, like, 7 blocks, and then he had a clear on the bottom garbage block that I dropped perfectly, and then he had a clear, like, on the main garbage block. And I was just like, hello? What?
And it's really... Sometimes we do, like, tournaments at marathons and stuff, and just the smack talk that goes on too is also just a great part of the game, where we're all just smack talking each other while we play, and it's just like, if you come by, it sounds like, oh my god, why would you even speedrun this? But there's just a love for the game, of the subtleties, and you know, and the thing perhaps for newer players, when I know, at least for me, like, sometimes when I see, like, these really, like, high-level runs, it's just kind of, like, it can be discouraging of, like, man, how can I do that? But there are ways... One of the things I like to say is, like, never start on S hard, or if you're gonna play, like, don't start here. You know, just start on the easier, like, work on getting combos and getting chains and just getting the basics down, and then you can start figuring out. Like, to speedrun this game, you don't need to, you know, have a 15-minute time. You can still have fun with it, and just with your own ability level wherever you sit. So, I recommend the game
I think we finally
highly.
got it.
So, nice.
Yes, you must love this game to speedrun it. And
Yes.
if you speedrun it, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because, like, no joke, like, if I try seriously grinding this for more than 2 hours, like, it puts me in a bad headspace. Because you just get so worked up over the RNG that it's just not healthy.
Nah. And, like, even when we I don't know how much you know, Dave, but, like, back in the day when we would race this, sometimes we would do 2 or 3 S-hard races in a row. When we didn't know strats on how to make it quicker.
That sounds
and
terrible.
And BB Forky was the only one who did reset strats of the lot of us.
Man, I missed them. I wish I could have been there for those days.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, so there's 16 stages. The kind of, the trick with, the 15th stage here with... We call him Gary, too, because it's just the second time you see Gary. So with Gary 2, you have to beat him and Mewtwo, like, back-to-back. So if you get to spoilers... Sorry for spoiling a 20-year-old game, but so if you get to Mewtwo and then you lose, you have to go back to the scary stage and play it again. But the big thing about Mewtwo is that you can't reset on Mewtwo. So whatever kind of whatever kind of start you get on Mewtwo, you pretty much just have to deal with it. And that's kind of the downside of reset strats, is if you get really used to restarting and trying to get the perfect start, if you get to Mewtwo and have a bad start, you just kind of have to work with whatever you get. So sometimes those Mewtwo fights can go, for quite a while.
Yeah, that's why I set the estimate so high. Because it's unlikely, but I once had a 17-minute Mewtwo.
Jeez. Yeah, I think we've all had our 10+ minute Mewtwo battles. Because
go ahead.
Because then the fun thing about fun in air quotes thing about Mewtwo is that the scroll speed, which is if you are not forcing the stack up, that's just how fast the stack naturally progresses. The scroll speed gets faster, and so when you have stop time, when you're doing chains and combos and stuff, when you have stop time, you don't know how fast really quick. What's up? Oh yeah.
Let's watch this cutscene. We have time.
Oh yeah, sure.
What's going on in my trophy?
This is actually the ending of the 4th Harry Potter movie. The JK got it from this. Alright, so time is gonna be when Mewtwo dies, and it's bless RNG time. I'm gonna focus up.
Do you want me to stay kind of quiet, Tay, or just?
Oh, you can talk.
Okay. So what can be tricky about Mewtwo sometimes is, like I was saying, the inherent scroll speed gets faster the longer the fight goes, and then I kind of have to watch too, so I'm not cutting off the time. But okay.
I think we'll get it.
It's gonna be
when
close.
That clears.
It's gonna be close.
Don't. Okay, that's time.
Nice.
Ooh, yes, we didn't get the long Mewtwo at the marathon.
Great Mewtwo fight. That's really good for a marathon.
GG.
What was the time on that?
It's 25:14.
Holy moly.
That's perfect. That's really good. That's about what I expected myself.
So you just put us 15 minutes more ahead of schedule. Well,
I don't know if...
Not really,
I know I have the...
Your incentive is coming.
Yes.
Your
Let's
is
do
coming,
the incentive.
So, we're all good. We're all good.
Alright. We'll just reset there.
Yeah, that's... I mean, maybe the standards have changed a bit. I just personally think sub 30 in a marathon's really good, but...
It is pretty good. It's just like, I've done lots of runs of this myself, and I know where I should be. But yes, the incentive, thank you to the person that just took down this incentive in $100 donation. Really appreciate that. We're going to start the swag chain showcase, and that's just me showing off some cool chaining tricks you can do with the custom puzzle feature in this game.
Before we come to that, we do have a $50 anonymous donation. Thank you very much for that. Most of which goes towards the Pokemon Red any % bonus run coming on Saturday after the Pokemon Blue any % no save corruption run. So we are still missing, or are we still missing? Let me quickly reload the page. I'm not sure if this is met now. This is met now. So we will have the Pokemon Red any % run on Saturday. So that's another 3 Pokemon runs right after each other. Wonderful. Thank you very much for that donation.
That's not the one that's like literally 1 minute, is it? Is that yellow?
I'm not sure. I mean, the blue any % no save corruption is set at 18-minute estimate, and with then red any % as a bonus incentive might be the 1 minute one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, those Gen 1 Pokemon games are so insane. But here, we're in... So you can build custom puzzles in Pokemon Puzzle League, which is a neat feature they added. So we're just going to show off some cool tricks that you can do. Someone can let me know if I end up going over or not, or if we need to wrap it up. So this right here, this is actually intended by the game. We can catch this block, and it'll actually form a platform for... I think this is a 3-frame trick. So if you do it too early, it just drops like this. So if you catch it at the right time, it registers it clears on those dark blues. And the AI will actually go for that. So that is pretty cool. Now, this one right here, it's either a 1 or a 2-frame trick. So what I'm going to do is have this clear, and then swap it in the frame it lands. And it'll count as a chain. Now, the reason this works is any blocks that are in motion have chain flags attached to them. So that tells the game, hey, if a clear happens and one of the blocks has a chain flag, register a chain. So we actually swap this purple in while the chain flag is still active. Because it actually... I think it takes the game like 1 frame to register a clear. So you have 1 frame to swap it in and have the chain flag still be on there. Yeah, so these are all some swag tricks. Smart was mentioning how Puzzle League runners like to do smack talk, and they'll tell you, if they pull off one of these swag chains, they'll tell you. They'll tell you.
It's so true.
It's so great. Okay, so this one right here, I'm going to try to swap these, and then they're going to fall and not clear until they fall. So one more time. If you do it too soon, they'll just clear on the spot right there. But if you do it at the right time, they won't clear until they fall, and then they'll register as a chain. And then one other thing you can do is actually swap it the frame it lands, and it'll actually register as a separate chain, because those blocks are still in motion, and because they're cleared, they have chain flags attached to them, and it registers it as a chain.
This one actually, I think, is maybe one of the easier, air quotes, easier ones to do, in my opinion, because it's the timing of like it almost dropping. You can kind of get a vibe of once you play a little bit more. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though.
I haven't had too much trouble for it. These aren't chains that you'd want to go for like in a serious speedrun. They're kind of like Hail Marys to save your chain. So this one's really cool. I'm going to take this and swap it in. So let's break that down really quick. So these blocks fall 1 row per frame. So as this red is falling, you have 1 frame to swap it in here with the cursor. So this is a 1-frame trick. This game runs at 60 FPS, so these are very difficult tricks to pull off. And I just discovered them playing the game naturally, to be honest. You're like, oh, how did that happen? Because like, if you play it enough, you'll just pick up on all sorts of crazy stuff.
And sometimes
Thanks,
it happens
Doc.
when you spam, right? Sometimes you spam and then random stuff happens. It's like, oh, that's so cool, but you don't know how you did it. Which is why I like this showcase, because it kind of breaks it down a little bit.
Yeah, it's really fun going into the guts of this game. Okay, so for this one, this is actually a pretty easy one. As these purples are falling, we can pull that red out, and the top purple will catch up to the bottom purples, and it'll form a chain. You have a few frames to do that. The timing's pretty lenient in my experience. if you do it too soon, it'll just clear... I actually got it right. If you do it too soon, I can't mess it up. That's how good I want to mess this up. Okay, so if you do it too soon, like, it'll just clear on the spot. But
There
you
you
see
go.
how generous that is. Like, I had a hard time actually messing it up.
Very impressive.
Thanks, Lorelai. Oh, this one just looks weird. This is similar to the Frame Perfect one where we swapped it inside, but we're actually going to catch it on top now. So, like, it lines up with the cursor and then it just swaps over there. It's kind of ridiculous. And these are pretty hard to time.
Yeah.
This one I didn't build to actually complete, so that's pretty cool. Looks kind of strange. What else did I have here? Was that Puzzle 7? Oh, I think this was just the same one. Let me just make sure that I've gotten all of these. I don't know how we are on time, but we're just about done with this.
Yeah, guessing this game is pretty hard just because it's hard to find a good N64 emulator to run it. That's been kind of an issue. Or is there anything better now, or?
You could do what I do and capture it with a Dazzle DVC 100 from 10 years ago. That's what we're doing. That's modern day tech. I have a CRT TV and a splitter, and it works. It's all that matters.
Dude, I'm staring at mine in my apartment right now, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My CRT and my splitter and my Dazzle in the corner, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay, so this last one is just, it combines a couple tricks. I'm not creative enough to implement multiple tricks, and you only have 5 moves anyway. So we're gonna clear this and then swap in this purple with the Frame Perfect swap, and then mess the catch up on the dark blues. That was a frame late. Yep, and then catch that, and that is Pokemon Puzzle League Swag Chain Showcase.
Keep it up.
Thank you very much for that.
Oh,
So,
can I make just a quick plug really quick?
Oh, of course.
Okay, so obviously if you enjoyed Puzzle League, please follow me at TaymanND. You can also follow Nicole, or I Like Being Smart, at twitch.tv/ILikeBeingSmart. Also, the Puzzle General community, if you search for Puzzle General Discord on Google, you will find the Puzzle League Discord server. And next month we are having a Pokemon Puzzle League 20-year anniversary tournament. So we are hoping to get a big turnout on that. The tournament starts out on regular hard, not super hard, so don't be intimidated if you're not confident with your skills. It's just a fun time to come play a great game. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you to I Like Being Smart, hopping on for commentary.
I just want to say one thing real quick. I think it's great that this marathon is donating to Alzheimer's, because my dad's mom had Alzheimer's, and it was really hard to kind of watch her just watch her, not deteriorate. That's kind of a mean word, but I think it's really cool that you're donating to this particular cause because it's close to my heart and close to my family and what I saw. So hopefully we can get some money so we can find some research so it gets easier for people to see their loved ones and, maybe make a change. So I just wanted to throw that in there, but
Yeah, thank you very much for that, and thank you, Tayman, for the run. Coming up next, we will have Snow Brothers by Un Fantasma Mas. This will be, or this right here is the last run of my shift. We will have Pokefakawati with the next few runs, so look forward to that. And with that, I'll give you over to the intermissions and have a very nice day, y'all.